Yeah. Okay. So, hello everyone. Welcome to today's class. The topic for today is Alphanumeric Series. Now, the main thing that we'll see here is this, which is missing letters. Okay. And then we'll also see missing number series. Missing letters, you might have seen questions this, like this A, B dash, D, A dash, this. Okay. And then you have to find what will come in these blanks. Okay. Now, see, first thing, one of the ways that I also used to do it earlier using was using options. Okay, most most books and everywhere it is suggested that you do it using options. Now, this is not the best method. Okay, so again, like in other topics, I prepared a flowchart that you can follow, and that will give you answers much quicker than this option method. Okay, now now so let's see this question. This is a very simple one. Now you see here, can you see a pattern that you can decipher just without using any rules or anything? This looks easy, huh? If you look at carefully, it seems like that this is just repetition of ABCD, ABCD, ABCD. Correct? It is forming a beautiful pattern of ABCD, ABCD, ABC. Now, for simple patterns like this, sometimes you may be able to see them directly. Now, let's see this one. Okay, now the pattern may be different. For example, here each letter was used once and then the same the same letters was repeated. Correct? So ABCD, ABCD, ABCD was repeated thrice. Now you can have a different kind of question also. Now here the actual pattern is, we'll understand how we solve these questions, this that. So the actual pattern here is actually ABCC, then ABBC, and then double ABC. What is this pattern? So if you look at carefully, this is A repeated twice and then BC. This is B repeated twice and then C, and the last is C repeated twice. Correct? So each letter is used at least once, and one time they are being used twice. So double A, double B, double C. Understood? So this is how the chapter is. Now we'll understand how you group all these whenever you get a question, how you group them, then how you solve them, that flow chart, and then PYQs. This would be the flow. Okay, now yes, good afternoon. Sound, wait. Hello, yeah, is it fine now? Okay, okay, then now let's see this. First thing is how to group letters. How do you group letters? So now first thing is, you count the number of letters whatever is there. For example, you take this question, you count the number of letters here. So now, even if there were blanks, so let's remove it. Now you have it in blank form, does not matter, you count one blank as one of the letters. Eventually you will fill a letter here. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So you found out that there are total 12 letters. Correct? So 12 letters are there. Now how you should be dividing 12 letters? So 12 letters, now of course you can divide it into 2 and 6 groups also. Correct? 2 2 2 2 or 6 and 6, but that is not very conducive for finding out the pattern. Correct? So what we usually do, we divide it into almost equal groups. We divide it into almost equal groups. Now, no, there is no class here. No, no. Okay, so now almost equal groups here. Now what you do, so basically you count the number of letters. If for example here you got it as 12, so then this is divided into 3 or 4. If you got 16, then of course you have to divide it into groups of 4. If you got 15, then 3 or 5. If you got 18, then 3 and 6. With 24 and 5, and with 24 4 or 6. This you understand? Correct? just dividing them into groups like this. Now, please remember this. This is as per PYQs what I have seen in UPSC CSE as well as CAPF and CDS. What UPSC likes a lot is making groups of 5. Then groups of, if 5, if it is not in this pattern, for example, if there are total number of letters are 20, it usually try to make groups of 5. Okay, now if 5 is not available, for example, you see here 24, of course 5 is not available, correct? So then you start picking 4. After this, any other you pick does not matter. So our priority will always be, if there is 5, make groups of 5, otherwise make groups of 4. If that is also not there, then you can pick others. Why I am telling you this? Because see, if it is written 3 or 4 here, then sometimes what may happen, that let's say you pick groups of 3, then the pattern was actually not made on groups of 3, then you will have to switch to groups of 4. Okay, so you have to switch to groups of 4. 2 o'clock, huh? Yeah, so after this is a live class. Okay, then so from, so for 12 you can divide it into groups of 3 or 4. Now once you get this, let's understand how you write them in groups here. So first thing that you do is you start dividing them in these groups and start writing them one below each other. Now you see here, let's count the number of letters. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18. Total letters are 18, correct? So 18 is how you will divide. 18 is divided as 3 or 6, correct? Any way you like, does not matter for 18, because this is 6 is just double of 3. So now I just, let's say, divide it into groups of 6. Now I write them one below the other. So L dash B, then dash U B T dash B, then L U dash T U P. This is the pattern. Now once you write them one below other, now you will start seeing the pattern much more easily. If you see, all of them are actually the same letters written again and again in the groups. So this is what, this is laptop, this is also laptop, this is also laptop. Can you see it now? So just this simple thing of dividing it into groups and writing one below other makes the pattern recognition much more easier. Okay, now we'll learn the flowchart, and using that flowchart, all the questions you will be able to solve. Now, yeah, so this is the flowchart. See, first thing, what you do, you count and group. This you have already understood. You count the number of letters, and based on this, you make groups. Then, now, after making the group, first attempt would be to make all the groups exactly same. Exactly same. Like you made here, laptop, laptop, laptop. That is, all the groups are exactly same. Exactly same. So for example, it is like ABC, 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 and ABC. Like this. Exactly same. Now, of course, in all the questions that won't be possible. Now, if that is not possible, what you do? You try to make alternate groups same. Alternate groups as in this and this is same, and this and this is same. For example, this would be like A, B, C, A, B, C. This is same, and here you will have B, C, A, and B, C, A. This is another thing that can be the pattern. First try is make them exactly same. If not possible, make them alternatively same. If that also is not possible, what you do? You try to make them cyclically made up of same letters. Cyclically made up of same letters. Now you see here. So you see here A dash CD, B C dash A, C dash A dash. Now what you can do? Can you make them made up of same letters? Yes, you can. Now first thing, let's try this. Can you make them exactly same? Can you make them exactly same? So A here and B here, of course you cannot make them exactly same. Next thing, what you try, you try to make them alternatively same. So this is A and this is C. Can they be same? No. So alternatively same is also not possible. Next thing is make them cyclically same. Now what does this mean? That is, they are made up of same letters. Same letters, as in, so here you see B here, C here, A here, D here. So if B is remaining here, you just put B. This becomes what? A B C D. Now again you will have the repetition of same pattern. So this becomes B C D A. Here what you can have is, now if you observe the pattern how it is going, so this is basically A B C D, then it became B C D A, next would be C D A. Can you see? They're moving one forward like this. So cyclic pattern, what you have to do? Eventually, you just have to make them made up of same letters. Now, sometimes even this may not be possible. Now, if even this is not possible, then you try to find out repetition with respect to, so some letter would be repeated. So you try to ensure equality in your kingdom. Okay, so whatever you are dealing with, your endeavor should be to provide equality to all the letters. No letter is special to you. Now if you want to provide equality, so if some letter is repeated twice, you try to give the same opportunity to other letters as well. If some letter is repeated thrice, you try to give same opportunity to other letters as well. Okay, now you see here double A, B, C, D. Correct. Now, what I see here, A, B, C, D is fine. A, B, C, D is fine. But A is actually repeated twice. Now, can you make them exactly same? Correct. Now, if you try, so this and this cannot be made same. So exactly same is not possible. Also, alternatively same is not possible. Correct. Cyclic also, there is no proper order here. One time you can have A here, then A goes there, A goes here. Does not work. Now the next thing would be repetition. So you see here A is repeated twice. Then what you do? If is it fine now? Is it still buffering or is it fine? I think it's fine. Yeah. Okay. Then so now you try to ensure equality here. So double has come twice. Now you try to give same opportunity to next B, then next C, and then next D. Understood? Okay, now here what is important, that you understand that you are going step by step. That is why even though it was ABC dash D, ABC dash D, once you gave C that opportunity, because it started with A, then B, then C, and at last you're giving this opportunity to D. Okay, so even though they may look exactly same, but you have to be careful that your pattern follows properly. Understood? Now sometimes, okay, I have not seen this in UPSC CSC till now, so you will, this will also not work. That is, repetition and ensuring equality also will not work. If this is so, then it might be increasing pattern with respect to a single letter. Okay, see, first hint, the hint for this, what is the hint? That you will get weird number count. So if when we are counting letters, correct, usually what we get 12, 15, 16, 18, 20, 24, like this. Now these are very easy to divide and find out everything. Now if you get some very odd or weird word count, for example 14, okay, 17, etc., then it is a hint that it may not be divided into equal groups. So the group length is not equal. If the group length is not equal, they usually involve increasing pattern with respect to a single letter. Okay, if you want, you can try to do this. What do you think? What is this pattern? A B dash B B A dash B B A B double dash B. Actually, the pattern is this. The pattern is, if you look carefully, first thing, you count the number of letters. So you find out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So first thing, total number of letters are 14. 14 means what? 7 and 2 does not divide properly. So maybe it is an increasing pattern with respect to a single letter. Now, which letter do you think is getting repeated a lot of times? Very clearly, B. Okay, now the actual pattern is AB, A double B, A triple B, A 4 times. Correct? So this is little difficult to see. Only hint that you have is when you get weird number count, then it usually involves this. Okay, so AB, A double B, A triple B, A 4 times B. This was the actual pattern. Till now they have not given some any question like this. Then last is, if this also does not work, very rarely it may happen. Okay, then what you have to do, you can just, if you can do with the options within 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, then do it. Otherwise you can just leave the question. Though I will tell you that UPSC till now has not went beyond this in the flowchart. Okay, I'll show you that how you can solve all the questions that have come in PYQ using the flowchart till here only. Okay, let's get started with the PYQs. Remember the pattern. First thing, we count the number of letters, we make groups, then we try to make them exactly same. If not possible, alternatively exactly same. If that also is not possible, then cyclic made up of same letters. Correct? And if that also is not possible, then repetition, ensuring equality with respect to all the letters, and then you get to increasing pattern of a single letter. That's it. Let's get started with the PYQs. Now, this is a PYQ from 2019. Okay, let me do some. Okay, now you see here, first thing what you do is count the number of letters. So I see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Correct? So there are total 15 letter count. If 15 letter count is there, then either it's a group of 3 or 5. Now, what is our priority order? What is our priority order? If 5 is available, we make groups of 5. Correct? So let's make groups of 5. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct? Let's write them one below other. C dash A C C. Then A A dash A A. Then dash B C dash B. Now you need to find it. Correct? So you need to find what is the pattern. Now let's start eliminating from our flowchart. First thing was what? First thing was try to make them exactly same. Is it possible? Exactly same? No. C is here, A is here. Can you make them alternatively same? No. C is here, B is here. So same is gone, alternatively same is gone. Now, can you make them made up of same letters just written cyclically? But they are not made up of same letters. Very clearly you have 4 A's here, and here you maximum can have 2 A's. So they are not made up of same letters. So cyclic is also not possible. So what is rejected? Exactly same, alternatively same, cyclic, rejected. Next thing is what? The repetition. Now you're the king. You ensure equality for all the letters. Okay, so let's try to create equality for all the letters. So what you have to do, basically, you see here that you have two C's here. You have two A's here and two A's here. Correct? Now let's see with A only. So you see here there is 2A, 2A. Now don't you think that if A has got the opportunity to get repeated twice like this in pairs, then so should B and C as well. Correct? This is what we do. So basically you see here A is repeated twice in the front and at the back. So you try to do the same for C also, double C, double C. Similarly for B also, double B, double B. Now, one blank is left in between. What you will fill it with? Of course, you can see here A, C, and one more different letter is always used. And this different letter A is here, C is here. So most probably it is B. Understood? So answer becomes what? C triple B. C triple B becomes the answer. Understood? Yes, Dheeraj, correct. So C triple B is the answer. Simply you have to divide and ensure equality for all of them. Once you become well versed in this method, what you will do, you may not have to always write it like this. Okay, otherwise this also does not take much time. You just write them quickly and then you can see the pattern very easily because you have a proper chart of how you do things. Then let's do this. The missing letters which complete the arrangement are, okay, so this is, let's count the number of letters. So 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5. Then so this is 1 2 3 4 5. Then 1 2 3 4 5. Then 1 2 3 4 5. Then 1 2 3 4 5. Correct? So how many letters are there? Total there are 20 letters. Now in this 20 letters, how you can divide it? 20 is divided as 4 or 5. What is the priority order? You always pick 5, correct? So now I start writing it. So it becomes AB, AB dash, then B dash, B, C, B, then dash D, C, D, C, and last is D, E, D dash D. This is the pattern. Now, if this is the pattern, what is the first thing you try to do? You try to make them exactly same. Is it possible? No. A is here, B is here. Can you make them alternatively same? No. B is here, D is here. Not possible. Next, can you make them made up of same letters? Not really possible. A, B, A, B here, D, C, D, C here. Not of same letters. So what is gone? First is same letter, gone. Alternatively same, gone. Cyclic, gone. Then what you get to? You get to repetition with respect to letters. Now, here can you find any repetition here? Very clearly, the repetition here is AB, AB. Correct? Now, here also you see DC, DC being repeated. So basically, if AB, AB has got this opportunity, same opportunity should be extended to others as well. Now, if this is so, so you start here AB, AB. Next would be what? Next would be BC, BC. Next would be what? BC, BC. Correct. Now, after this, same opportunity to CD, CD. Now, people get confused here. They see DC, DC and think it's already done. But you have to follow a pattern. So it is AB, then BC. Next would be what? CD. So this is actually CD, CDC. And last would be what? DE, DE, D. So last would be DE, DE being repeated. Now what you have as the last letter is just repetition of whatever was the first letter. If you see here, D here, D here, B here, B here, C here, C here, then A here, A here. So the actual pattern was A, B, A, B, A, B, C, B, C, B, C, D, C, D, C, D, E, D, E, D. Okay. And you get to the final answer, which is A double C E. Answer becomes C. Yes, Shweta, correct. Yes, Dheeraj, correct. Okay, so you have to move like this. Just see what is getting repeated, same opportunity, ensure equality. Then this is 2021. Try this. What is the first thing? First thing we do is count the number of letters. So it is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Correct? You got 18. 18 means what? 3 or 6. Usually what we pick? We will usually pick 6. Actually in 3 and 6 it does not even matter. So now let's divide it into groups of 6. So 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's start writing. So it becomes what? A dash B dash A dash B. This is, sorry, A, sorry. So this is dash B dash A dash B. Then next is A dash B dash A B, and last is A B dash A B. This is the pattern. Now, first thing, can you make them exactly same? Can you make them exactly same? Is it possible? What do you think? A is here, A is here. Yeah, fine till here. Then I have A here, A here. This is already same. B, B, B. Yeah, everything can be made same. Let's try to make them same. So whatever letter you have here, you try to fill in the other two blanks also. So A, you fill here A. So if you have A, so you fill here A. If you have B, B, fill here B. Then this is B, so this also is B, B. This is A, so this is also A, then A. Yes, they could be made exactly same. That is why this is our first step. So it becomes what? A double B double A B, A double B double A B in all three of them. So answer becomes A B A B A B A B A B A B A B A B. Answer becomes D A B A B A B. Yes, good Shweta, good Dheeraj. Then next is this. So A B C double dash A B C dash D A B B C D and goes on. First thing is counting number of letters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, nice. So this is 20 letters. 20 letters means 4 or 5. What we usually choose? We choose 5. So let's start writing it. So now A B C dash dash. Okay. So this becomes A B C dash dash A B C dash D, then A double B C D, then dash A B C D. Now, one more thing you can remember is whenever you get a complete group like this, sometimes in question you will get that one group is already complete. The way you have divided, one group is already complete. Now, this is the best hint that you can find in the world. So this is the best hint because this is already a completed group. So you try to see what is the pattern here, and then you try to emulate the same pattern in all others. Now first of all, can you make them exactly same? No. C is here, B is here. Next is, can you make them alternatively same? No. C is here, B is here. Not possible. Can you make them made up of same letters in cyclic pattern? Not really. Not really. Then next is what? Next is about repetition. So you observe what? You observe that B is repeated twice here. If B is repeated twice here, same opportunity must be extended to other letters as well. Now, which letter can be repeated twice here? Clearly, the only possibility is A being repeated twice because they have to be together. Here B and B are together, so A together, B together. Next would be C together. Next would be D together. Simple, nothing much. Correct. So answer becomes DDCA. DDCA, the Cricket Association of Delhi. So it becomes DDCA. Yes, Dheeraj. Yes, Shweta. Correct. Then this is 2024. All are very easy. You just have to, if you divide them perfectly, you follow the order. I told you that all the questions you can solve it using this only. So now, first let's count the number of letters. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I think it's the same pattern, very similar pattern as in 2023. They have given in 2024 as well. Again, you have to divide it into, this is 20, correct? So you divide it into 4 or 5. Of course, we choose 5. So this becomes A dash B C D. Yes, then dash B B C D, then A B C dash D, then A B C dash D. Okay, so now if this is the pattern, what you first observe, again you see, can they be made exactly same? Not really. B here, C here. Alternatively same, B here, C here, not possible. Made up of same letters, also it will not follow on any cyclic order, correct? Then the next thing is what? Repetition. So if we look for repetition, B is repeated twice here, then same opportunity to other letters as well. So only A can be repeated twice here. So this is A, then here you will have double C, here you will have double D. Now this is always starting with A. So here also you will have A. So answer becomes what? Double A C D. Double A C D. C becomes the answer. Very, very simple. Yes. Yes, Shweta. Yes, Dheeraj. Okay. Then this is the last one. You only will do it. Count the number of letters. Find word group can be made here. Okay. Then this is the last one. So basically what you do, again count the number of letters. So this is 1 2 3 4 5, then 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5, then 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so this is 15 plus 3. 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 means 3 or 6. Any you can choose. Okay. Now we usually choose 6. Let's choose 3. Let's see what happens. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now let's write it. So it becomes A B dash C C dash A dash B, then C C C, then dash B B, then C dash C. This is the pattern. Now first thing is, if there is any complete set, you observe this. This is the best hint for you. Now first thing, we try to make them exactly same. Is it possible? A here, C here? Of course not possible. Next thing, so same is not possible. Now can you make them alternatively same? Is this a prospect? Now A here, okay, and A I can put here also. B is here, I can put B here. B is already here. B is here, B is here, I can put B here. Possibility. Similarly, C is here, I can put C here. C is here, I can put C here. So basically, actually, you can match them alternatively. Okay. Now let's start writing them alternatively for you to see. So this becomes triple C. So triple C and triple C. Then A is here, A is here. So what you will have? A here as well, B here as well, and B here as well. Now if you observe this and this, it is A double B double B double B. While if you observe this, so this becomes triple C triple C triple C. So alternatively, they could be made same. Answer becomes what? B C B A C. B C B A C. Where do you see it? Yes. Answer becomes C. Okay. Yes, Shweta. Yes, Tiraj. Okay. So very simple. Just follow the chart and we were able to solve all the questions. Okay. Now, one thing you should always remember, that why we are able to do something like this, because most exams will always ask you complete series. They always ask you complete series. UPSC, in all their exams, I have seen the questions, they always give complete series. What does the complete series mean? Complete series like A dash, let's say like A B C dash A dash C D A dash D. Now this is a complete series, as in this is ABCD ABCD ABCD. So the series is getting completed. That's why you're able to do all these things that you learned in the flowchart. Now if in some random mocks, what they do, they just remove, let's say, the last two letters, then the entire calculation becomes tricky, because this is a normal series, but they have given half the series. So ABCD ABCD, now this is just AB. So it is very difficult to anyway guess, and also that is why not asked, because this does not give you any hint. This is like counting 10 letters in 5 and 2 division. So don't worry much about those questions. Those are not asked. Sometimes in mocks, people want to show off, so they would give those questions. Now of course, if you have made the series, I can make any series very difficult. Correct. Let's say a simple series was formed of 15 letters. I removed the 2 letters. Now this is a 13 letter series, which becomes very difficult to guess. Correct. So that is why they keep doing this. Sometimes in some mocks you might see. Don't worry about them. Okay. Now all PYQs are done. Everything is done. Now next we come to missing number questions. Yes. Good afternoon. Now let's see this. So basically, see, we talked about number series yesterday. Now apart from number series, you also have questions like these, where there are matrices made like this, basically some boxes, and one of the character is missing. Now how do you find them? So first thing is, you have to look for the pattern the same way, row wise or column wise, that we learned in the number series. Whatever we learned, however we used to take differences and it was changing drastically, multiplication pattern, all those remain same. Okay, so that way you can look in row and column wise. Now what is the general pattern that I have observed is, now if there are two columns, column 1 and column 3, let's say So this is 3 columns. Okay, so what I've generally seen is they will pick column 1 and column 3, do some operation in it, and then using that operation between C1 and C3, you get to the figures in the column 2. Okay, so usually what I've seen, they pick the last two and get to the middle. Sometimes they may use the first two and then get to the other. So basic thing what I'm telling you is they will do something to the columns or to the rows eventually to get to a particular row. This is their pattern. So what they do, they will pick, let's say 2 3 whatever rows are there, that they will pick, and from that they will do some operation and will try to get to one of the rows as it is. This is the pattern. So one of the rows will be after equal to, one of the rows will be after equal, one of the column will be after equal to. Now this is one pattern. Now one more pattern that you can find is, if this is not working for you, you can also see there are magic square like patterns also. Magic square like pattern is basically, if you look at this, so what happens, if you see the sum for this row 1, row 2 and row 3 all will be same. So the sum is all same, or the, let's say the sum of all columns is same. So like this, so this is called magic square. If you would have done sudoku and all, sudoku whatever, so if you would have done this when you were a child, you understand. So what we are trying to do, so basically the sum or multiplication of all the rows, all the columns taken together, they will be exactly same. So this is called as magic squares. These are the two general patterns that are there. Now let's get started. Now this is the first question from 2011. Let's see this. So it says, consider the following figures: 280, 624, 3120. What will be here? Okay, so same thing you will have to apply here also. So first thing what you do, you try to find out a pattern. Now this is the complete table. So I see here from 2 to 6, if I go from 2 to 6, if I go, this is multiplication by 3. Okay, then 80 and 24 does not have any relation with respect to multiplication or anything. So it does not seem like a row like pattern. Then let's start to look in terms of column. So now if you look in column, so this is 2 and 80. What is it? This is very clearly into 40. Correct? Now if you look here, 6 and 24, what is this? This is 6 into 4. Correct? So it was multiplication by 40, then multiplication by 4. Is there a pattern? Yes. Correct? 40 and then it became 4. Now let's check if this is also same. So 3 and 120, is this also into 40? Correct? 3 into 40 is 120. Then what will be the multiplication here to get to 36? So basically whatever question mark is there, question mark will get multiplied by 4 to get to 36. Correct? What you should multiply with 4 to get to 36? Of course the answer is 9, because 9 into 4 is 36. So answer here becomes 9. Understood how we are doing this? We are trying to see the pattern row wise, didn't find it, so we try to look column wise. Same thing we apply in this matrix also. Understood? Now next, let's do this. What it says, 3 377, 2 224, 6 1 730x. Try to think, try to think if you can see it. Don't you think suddenly the middle one became too big? What usually makes number this big? Some operation. Huh? Of course, by multiplication and all, you cannot get to it. 7 into 3 is 21, 2 into 6 is still 12. What has been done here? Now, that is why you need to remember something called as cubes of numbers. Yes, Anurag, correct. You have to remember cubes of numbers. So this is 7 cube is actually 343. Correct? And 3 cube is what? 3 cube is 27. 343 plus 27. If you add both of these, what you get? 370. Then similarly, 6 cube. 6 6 cube is equals to 216 and 2 cube is 8. If you add them both, so 216 plus 8 is 224. Following the same pattern that you are doing something to column 1 and column 3 to get to column 2. Next would be what? You have 1 here. So this is 1 cube which will be equal to 1. But you want to get to 730. Which cube do you think is very near? In the options, if you don't remember the cubes, see the options. 5, of course, not very close. Correct? Then 8, 9. 9 makes the most of sense. So this is actually 9 cube. 9 cube is equals to 729. 729 plus 1 is 730. Okay. So only if you have properly by heart the cubes, you will be able to see it. Otherwise, this becomes very tricky to see. Because I remember the cubes, so I can see that 730, here what it should be, 370, how I can get to 370. So I took immediately cubes comes to my mind, 343 and 27 can be added. Understood? Okay. Yes, Nandini, correct. Then let's do this one. 3, 8, 10, 2, 1. What we do? First we try to look for the pattern in row wise. So 3 to 8, okay. Maybe this is difference of 5. This is difference of 5. Then this is difference of 3. This is difference of 8. That also minus. So row it is not working very well. Correct? 3 to 8 by multiplication also does not work very well. Now let's start looking in terms of columns. So if you look in columns, what you will see is this. So 3 into 2 is 6. Correct? Then 8 into 7 is 56. 10 into 9 is 90. Then how do you get from 2 to 2? Of course, what you are going 2 into 1. Can you see a pattern now? You are multiplying this number by a number 1 less than it. Correct? This is the pattern. So 3 into 2 is 6, 8 into 7 is 56, 10 into 9 is 90, 2 into 1 is 2. Then what is the number? When you multiply it with a number less than 1 less than it, then it gives you the answer 20. Now, if you can see it directly, then it is fine. Otherwise, you can just see the options. So if the number is 0, then you will have to multiply it with -1. Of course, not letting to 20. If it is 7, then you will have to multiply it with 6. 7 into 6 will be 42, not 20. Then 3. 3 into 2 is already done, that is 6. So answer becomes 5, because 5 you will multiply with 4. So 5 into 4 becomes 20. So answer is A, 5. Understood? Again, you had to look for the pattern in the columns. Then, yes, Anurag. Then, let's see this. So this is 8, 4, 6, 15, 52.5. This. Now, they have also given something. You are given two identical sequences in 2 rows. So what it is saying? This sequence and this sequence are identical in nature. So of course the pattern is row wise. Correct? Now try to find out what is the pattern row wise and try to find the value of C. Try it. Yes, Nandini. Now you look here, from 8 to 4, how do you go? 8 to 4, how do you go? This is what? Multiplication by 0.5. Then 4 to 6 is multiplication by 1.5. Isn't this isn't this the very famous series that UPSC uses all the time? 0.5, 1.5. Next should be what? Into 2.5. Next would be what? Into 3.5. This is the series that they have given. If this is the series, now you want to find out the value of C. So how you will find out? Whatever is the value. So first is 5. From 5 you go to A. What you have to multiply? Into 0.5. Then from A to B you have to multiply into 1.5. From B to C you have to multiply 2.5. Simple. So answer becomes what? 5 into 0.5 into 1.5 into 2.5. Now I can also write it like in fraction form. So 0.5 is 1 by 2, 1.5 is 3 by 2, 2.5 is 5 by 2. Correct? Answer becomes what? 5 3s are 15, 15 5s are 75 by 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. 75 by 8, what do you get? 75 by 8 is approximately 8 9s are 72, 9 point something something. You don't even need to divide fully. Only option C has 9 point something something. So this becomes your answer. Yes. Yes, Nandini. Yes, Neelam. Okay. Then this is the last question. You do it and then we'll end the class. Yes, Nandini. As I told you that it has been given thrice. Twice we saw yesterday. Today also we saw it once. This same series of multiplication by 0.5, 1.5, all this. This is a very easy question. Find out the answer, everyone. Yes, Dheeraj. Yes, Shweta. Okay, so what it is? If you can see the pattern, 7B, 10A, 3C. So what is the pattern here? This is 3, this is 7. So 7 plus 3 is 10, correct? Then this is 3, this is 6, 6 plus 3 is 9, correct? Then 10 here, 13 here. So what should have been here? Here you would have 3. So this you got. Now you have here A, B and C, A, B and C, A, C. So what should be here? B. Fairly simple. Answer becomes 3B. That is, answer is C. Okay, so we have done all the questions from letter series as well as these missing number questions. Okay, the patterns keeps changing, but if you just follow whatever has been taught to you, you will do much better than anybody. Okay, that I can promise you. With this I'll end the lecture. Okay, if you like the lecture, please leave a comment. It just helps us reach more people. That's it. Thank you. Any doubts if you have, you can ask. Yes, Anurag, it is correct. Yes, RN. Okay, so I'll end the stream now. Thank you.